Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. John Swinney's magical Midas touch has struck again. Back in April, he called a coalition of voices across Scotland to stand and fight against what he called the menace of reform. Well, ever since that meeting, support for reform has increased by 35%. It seems that whatever Swinney touches turns to shit. It is absolutely brilliant. He had this joint anti-far right summit in the spring. I don't know why he called it far right, because reform are anything but far right. But he seems to think they are, because he's so extremely left that even centrist policies are far right to this lot. But he invited all these other people to come along and say, we must fight against Farage because he represents a threat to the Scottish people. Well, by highlighting that, quote, threat, what actually happened is people have gone along and looked at reform policies and went, actually, that's for me. And the support for reform in Scotland has gone through the roof. It's a clear sign that the man is an absolute lunatic, that he doesn't know what he's talking about, that he seems to think that he's got this belief that reform are far right, and yet that anything else, and indeed some of their policies, could even be described as a bit leftist. And that actually kind of suits me. I'm right-wing when it comes to money, and slightly left, and I mean centrist left, when it comes to people. Certainly not socialist left, centrist left, just at people, and right-wing when it comes to money. Because if you don't have the money, you can't help the people. It's clear. Now, in the 10 or so opinion polls that have been taken since that meeting in April, Reform have polled an average of 13.3%. And that was in the 10 opinion polls before April. In the 10 opinion polls since April and that meeting, they're up to 18%. Goes to show that Swinney really would have been better off keeping his beak shut. But he can't help himself. He's a politician. Got to say something. Because saying, of course, is much easier than doing. And so what he's actually done is handing the torch over to reform. Because dinosaurs like Swinney don't get it. The world has changed. He hasn't. Thanks very much.